that we have a $7.1 million surplus to date through March. This number is simply the product of subtracting the expenses to date from the revenues to date, as found in your council communication packet tonight for item 18. Often this happens in the general fund. I mean, we've accepted the premise of a $15 million deficit for next year, and we've gone a bunch of work to find responsible ways to cover that shortfall. But just how much confidence should we put in that number in the first place is kind of my the same story, okay? That's 99. Year 2000, projected deficit, actual surplus, $4.3 million difference. 2001, projected deficit, actual surplus, $5 million difference. 2002, projected deficit, actual surplus, $8.1 million difference. 2003, projected deficit, actual surplus, $2.1 million difference. 2004, projected deficit, actual surplus, $8.2 million difference. 2005, projected deficit, actual surplus, $20 million difference. 2006, projected deficit. We had a little deficit, but we were $19 million ahead of where we thought. 2007, projected deficit, actual surplus, $35 million ahead of where we thought. 2008, projected deficit, actual surplus, $13 million ahead of where we thought. 2009, last year, projected deficit, a little deficit, but we were $3.7 million ahead of where we thought. Now this is this year. Okay, admittedly this column's a little bit different. That's the projected, the latest one we have from January, and that's the actual to date. I don't have the ones we'd normally use, but again, it's following the same pattern. So far we're $9.4 million ahead of where we thought. Okay, so I wonder how many people are aware of the town's habit of predicting a deficit and ending in a surplus. I mean, we're expecting a surplus this year now. We were supposed to be at the end of days without a tax increase. In conclusion, we currently have a $7 million surplus, and based on history, it does not seem reasonable to me that we will have a $15 million deficit next year. I mean, how many times does the town have to cry wolf before we realize that there's no wolf? Unless you want to reward the town for the bad habit of crying deficit every year. Now, I should end with this. For those who still think this year is really different, how much slush do I have to show exists in our numbers before it is clear that the money is there? Thank you.